G'day everyone, I'm David and this is my Tabletop Standard. And today, because of Season 2 of Mandalorian coming out, I've decided to paint a Star Wars character and I'm going to be doing Boba Fett. So I've just started off painting him dark pale blue. This turns out was the wrong colour, but I've painted the whole miniature in it, and after I finished filming the whole thing, I did highlight it with a much lighter grey, just because it looked too blue and I needed to tone it down. I needed to make the grey look a lot more neutral. Also, this green that I used, as much as it looks nice, it also turned out to also be the wrong green for the miniature, but I've decided to leave it with this one. I should have probably painted him with more of a military type green, like a darker green. This one's quite a nice vibrant green. I do love this green, but probably wasn't the right one for Boba Fett. But we'll see how it goes. We'll do the whole miniature, see how it turns out at the end, and the final production picture. I have repainted the grey a little bit, just with some highlights. And I guess we'll see how that goes. Just here highlighting the green, just to make it look not so flat. And then with this hull red, I'm just going to be painting his wrist braces, his belt, and his shoes. I would also like to thank Gabriel for providing all my music for me today. If you are interested in his music, please click the card in the right hand corner of the screen. This yellow did require a few coats to get a good coverage over the miniature. Just doing the shoulder pads and the knee pads yellow. Just trying to stay pretty true to where the colouring is on Boba Fett himself. I'm pretty rapt that Season 2's just come out. I haven't seen any of the episodes yet, but I'm planning to see them within the week of which they come out. If you like Star Wars and as of not yet seen the Mandalorian movies, or even if you're not a Star Wars fan, the Mandalorian series is really good. If you just in general like action movies or adventure sort of movies, you'd probably quite enjoy the Mandalorian. It doesn't have a strong Star Wars feel to it. There's a few episodes where you see some stormtroopers and stuff, but in general, it's really good action adventure sort of series. And now I'm just going to be doing a bit of wet blending just with this brown. I slap a bit of brown on the bottom, get my yellow, add the yellow back into it, and sort of just go backwards and forwards a bit between my brown and my yellow. Whilst they're still wet, just trying to push the colours into each other and getting a smoother blend between the two. Rather than just dry brushing a highlight over a darker colour or just putting a darker trim at the bottom. Yeah, just trying to practice some wet blending. It's not something I've done lots of, but I'm trying to do a bit more of it just to try and get a bit better at it. It's not perfect, but I think I do a pretty good job. Probably use a bit much paint in my wet blending at the moment, but something which I'll get better at as time goes by. I was quite happy with the result though. I thought that it looks pretty smooth between the two. Just with the red, I'm just going to highlight the braces, just a light dry brush. with just a bit of the brown. I just painted his pistol. Now I'm just going to add a wash of Agrox Earthshade to all the crevices in his legs. Well, not just his legs, in his legs, his arms, his backpack, his chest, his just literally everywhere. I don't want to wash it over the whole thing. It's mostly just panel lining. Yeah, I'm not going to skip much of this bit. This part is me freehanding his logo. So this is Boba Fett's logo. Oh, not Boba Fett's. It's more the Mandalorian logo. So I just added a rough white rectangle, and then I'm just adding the red skull over the top. I thought I'd leave the painting of this in real time so you can see roughly how long it takes. It takes me about 2 minutes, or 1.5 to 2 minutes to paint this skull in. It wasn't a too complicated shape, and the symbol itself isn't a very crisp symbol anyway, so it didn't matter too much that it was a little bit messy. But I'm quite happy with the result. It's always fun freehanding things on there. Well, miniature painters call it freehanding. Really, it's just painting. Everyone who's not a miniature painter would say, I painted a skull, because it's really what it is. It's just painting. But us as miniature painters call it freehanding because a lot of things have got transfers. I'll just let you watch this. This doesn't take too long. I'm almost finished. I've already done the horns and the main part of the face. In about 10 seconds, you'll see it. The finished result of the shoulder pad. So I'll leave you with a final result of my miniature. So just keep in mind I did add a highlight to all the grey in the final presentation. Once again, thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, hit that like button. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. But if you did dislike it, please comment. I'd love to know why you disliked it. I'd like to know how I can improve. So if it's just the fact that it's a single camera angle that you didn't like, or I got the colors wrong, or whatever it may be, if you'd leave a comment, I'd love to hear your feedback, positive or negative, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.